Når man er et meget kendt selskab, ligesom GranTurismo, så får man 10 gratis ting, når man er ude og købe ind. Champagne, kaviar. Nej, det gør man ikke. Folk en skid overhovedet. For tæsk, hvis du er på Lolland. Det var meget. Vi er blevet inviteret ind, fordi vi kendte her, til Red Bull driftbane ting. Jeg kan faktisk glemme, hvad arrangementet hedder, fordi at, jeg ikke rigtig drikker Red Bull eller går op i drifting, fordi det er sådan lidt mærkeligt. Men jeg kan godt lide det, når jeg nu er her. Jeg synes, det er meget sjovt. Så det er det her, vi skal nu se på folk, der drifter, og fandme, om de ikke har spurgt, om jeg vil snakke med David Coulthard. Hi David, this is gonna be a very unprofessional interview. Har ingen anelse om, hvad manden er. Altså sådan virkelig ikke. Altså jeg tror godt, jeg ved, hvem han er, men det er ikke på grund af hans Formel 1, for det har jeg fundet ud af, at han åbenbart har kørt. Det er fordi, han har været med i det rigtige Top Gear på BBC med Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond og James May, hvor de skød paintballs ud af udstødningen på hans Formel 1 ind i Jeremy Clarksons tissemand. Det er derfor, kan jeg huske det. Og så, nu har han vist ret lækker kone, og han er ret rig også. Så jeg har ikke nogen sådan professionelle spørgsmål parat, udover... Are you very rich? Det er også fair nok. Det er det, unge gerne vil have. Forkastelig adfærd.
And we can add more than 400 horses over port. So in total we talk more than 1,000 horsepower.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hi David. This is going to be a very unprofessional interview.
I love those. They're
really?
My favorite interviews.
Men så enkelt var det ikke. For når en stor stjerne kommer til Danmark, så kan man ikke bare gå over og tale med ham. Man skal være inviteret specielt af Red Bull, og hans pressechef skal godkende alle spørgsmål og stå vagt ved interviewet. Det heldige var bare, at hans pressechef var på toilettet under mit interview, så jeg skyndte mig at tage min journalistiske baggrund i brug og stillede relevante spørgsmål.
You're from Britain, right?
Yes, Scotland.
Til min store ærgelse bad Red Bull mig efterfølgende om at sende optagelserne til gennemgang, inden de måtte udgives, og de havde en lille smule bemærkninger. Bare lige lidt, så ja.
Formula 1 cars never really caught me.
Never got you interested?
No.
Yeah.
So, but it's you we're here for.
Yeah.
Because you're the most famous person I ever met, besides Jesus, actually.
You met Jesus?
Yeah.
How was he?
It's okay.
Yeah.
This is better.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. Because but you are famous because you went on BBC Top Gear with Jeremy Clarkson.
Yes.
And you shot a small... David Coulthard må ikke bruge ordet nødder, nuts, testikler, på grund af sponsorerne.
We were trying to create a piece of artwork, but of course
exactly.
the paintball wasn't right through the paper.
Okay. And you went on Car Wow as well. The big, I just saw that. Where you raced a Formula 1 car against a Bugatti Chiron. Is that right?
A number of different cars.
Yeah.
And I didn't know about Car Wow, but my son, when I told him, he's 14, he said, "Dad, Car Wow is amazing." So I was looking at it and going, "Oh, this is pretty cool."
Okay.
And then we had the opportunity to do some shootouts against various cars. But I think the Lamborghini, if I'm not mistaken, was quicker than the Grand Prix car because it's four-wheel drive.
Yeah, in the beginning.
Yeah,
it was,
so a huge amount of grip to go, and then the Formula 1 car can go.
Okay. So, you're from Britain, right?
Yes, Scotland specifically.
Okay, accent, yeah. So if I want to go home to you right now and look in your personal garage, what do I find?
You'll find a lot of old Formula 1 cars.
Really? How many? Are you very rich? Yeah. I've read that you had $1 billion on Wiki.
Oh yeah, they always underestimate.
Oh really?
Wikipedia always underestimate.
I thought that.
Yeah. No, I part of my contract, I always kept cars from. So I've got my first go-kart actually from 1982, right through to my last Formula 1 car in 2008. So I've got a collection up in Scotland. But road cars, I guess you're curious about.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm not really, let's say, a sports car kind of guy because 2 seats is not very practical if you're going with family and friends. So I like...
Sorry, han er åbenbart ansat af Red Bull. Burde jeg måske have tænkt over, derfor er det ikke så godt at nævne andre bilmærker.
You've got 4 seats, 5 seats. This is something where you've got performance and you've got practicality.
Okay. So what do you have as a stock car, like your daily driver, your daily runner?
My daily runner is a...
Nej. Yeah, that's a rapper car. Lewis Hamilton. He's got the...
Yeah. Well done to him.
Yeah.
And I had for the last 3 years, and it's a great car, and I really love the look of it. But in actual fact, you just don't have as much space as you do in the...
It's a shit car. It's the worst car ever built.
Is that...
It's the shittiest car.
I've got a 1984 one as well. Short
That's even worse.
wheelbase, convertible, manual box. You've really got to work with it.
I don't know why people buy that shit. It's because the size of the penis, I think. But I think it is because I drove it, the new one, and it's just as bad as the one from the 70s. The same amount of wind noise.
There's no such thing.
When you turn, the wheel doesn't go back.
It's not the car that's bad, it's the driver.
Really?
You have to adapt to the vehicle you've got.
No.
I thought you'd be a good driver.
I am a good driver, but I have a Toyota Land Cruiser, the VX200 V8 diesel.
Fantastic.
That's a good car.
Yeah, it's a fantastic car.
It's not you can use that for daily driving. You can do that.
Yeah. You see, you notice how I'm spreading the love?
Yeah,
but
and
you're spreading the hate.
I'm just born very aggressive. Okay, so you have two rapper cars.
Yeah.
What about sport cars? That's not like racing cars. Do you have any like?
I had the
Sunday fun?
Valkyrie for a while.
Yeah,
which was fantastic. Very nice, but let's say not very practical to go to the supermarket.
No. Right.
So that was in and out of my garage. I've got a 1971 280 SL Pagoda, beautiful old classic
nice.
car.
Yes.
White steering wheel.
Yeah,
you go cruising and that.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
About the Aston Martin, so because you were famous, do you get to buy the first car? Nej.
I think they only did 125.
Okay.
So I guess I was in the middle somewhere.
Det koster Københavns Kommune ca. 15.000 kroner i minuttet at holde den her strækning lukket på 500 meter. Og det er selvfølgelig noget, som Alternativet og Enhedslisten er utrolig sure over, og derfor er vi rigtig glade for det. Jo mere vi kan pisse dem af, desto bedre bliver vores samfund. Så er det det. Nu får jeg vi får en vand her af en Red Bull-mand. Ej, hvor lækkert. Tak skal du have. Jeg er stor Red Bull-fan. Tak skal du have. Tak. Det her, det er to tyskere, der hedder Griff Brothers. Og de kommer, jeg ved ikke om de kommer fra Tyskland, men de taler med tysk accent. Og lige nu, der står de dernede. Jeg vil prøve at zoome ind. Der. Og snakker om, hvordan de lader være med at køre galt. Men ud fra, hvordan deres biler ser ud, så tror jeg sgu, de har kørt galt. Prøv lige at se her. Det er smadret. Den der er smadret. Det ligner jo, det ligner jo seriøst en bil, der bor inde i København. Der. Alt er jo smadret. Og kæft, prøv at se her. Sindssygt. Frederik, kan du fortælle mig noget om motoren på BMW'en?
Jeg fatter absolut ikke en skid af det.
Jamen for helvede, mand. Det er... Nej. Hold kæft, hvor er det vanvittigt. Hold op med det. Så du den der ildflammer af motorhjelmen? Fuck, hvor sindssygt. Det er næsten en gammel Matthew Ferguson, der er ved at starte. Did you ever meet James Hunt?
Yes, of
you
course.
Did?
Yeah, incredible man.
One of my biggest heroes ever. Yeah. How old were you when you met him?
Well, when I went into cars, 89, so it would have been 1990 when I was in Opel Lotus because they had the Marlboro Young Driver program. And then I was with Marlboro 96 at McLaren. But sadly, he passed away when he was 44. He was a young guy, but you know, he was an incredible race driver, big passion for life, and then, like you, he was a broadcaster. He worked in television.
And his son is now wearing his dad's racing suit, smoking cigarettes, maybe having a little bit sex as well. Vi kan ikke snakke om James Hunt og cigaretter og sex, fordi James Hunt han havde sex med 10.000 kvinder, mange af dem i et fly, mens han røg smøger og drak meget. Det kan man ikke snakke om i 23. Hvad fanden sker der, mand? Som Christian Bertelsen havde sagt, så havde det fandme vanvidsbilisme, det der med stort V. Kæft, man har også smadret mine ører. Seriøst, det er virkelig højt her. Arbejdstilsynet burde ikke være her. Okay. So how long are you here in Copenhagen? Where can the girls meet you? Is there a car brand you cannot talk bad about?
Well, look, I respect anyone who goes through the effort of engineering and bringing a product to the market. It doesn't mean their car is the right car for me.
No.
So I've not, you've driven, I guess, nearly every brand that's out there. I haven't.
No.
So who's the worst brand? What's the worst car you've ever driven?
The worst car I've ever driven?
And don't say you already hurt my feelings on that.
It is really a bad car, but it's not the worst.
Okay.
I think that the new AMG C63 with the 4-cylinder engine is the worst car I've ever driven.
Okay, because you don't like the 4-cylinders?
Emotional reasons.
Okay, so you just don't have the noise?
No, it's emotion, it's the vibration.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Well, you're a car guy. This is
you
what
are
you do.
much more a car guy than me.
I'm a retired Grand Prix driver. You know,
you still look so good.
Well,
you look very young.
Thank you. I'm taken.
Thank you.
So you can head on me all you want, but this relationship isn't going to go beyond this sort of,
Damn, man.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. For the Formula One fans, we just have to ask a few questions about this because this is an old car, right?
Yes.
Yeah. 2014.
All the vital information you require for the camera.
Yeah,
Look at that.
That's much higher.
There you go. Just zone in that, and then we don't have to talk about all those important details. This is a Grand Prix winning car.
Sure.
Yeah.
But aren't you a little bit too tall? Because like all your colleagues, like Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton, they're like midgets.
Yeah,
like right here.
The good thing is though, when I drive the car, I don't stand up.
No.
So then it doesn't matter how tall you are.
Yeah,
so when I sit down, I go.
Okay.
And I fit. So it's all good.
Okay. Is it even fun to drive a Formula One car?
It's the most fun you're never going to have.
But isn't it very exhausting?
It is exhausting.
You must be so fit to do these things,
well,
right?
they are fit, but then that's part of hand in hand with being a professional athlete. I know a lot of people might think Formula One drivers are not that fit, but when you mentioned James Hunt, when he did Superstars, which was an event with all the different, you had Daley Thompson, who was a decathlon Olympian, and various other footballers and all the rest of it. James was winning that in terms of being able to do push-ups and dips and sprinting, and he was a great all-round athlete.
Because he had a lot of sex. But are you too old now to get any good times? So because your skin is loose and like.
Yeah, look at that, bingo arms. You see?
Yeah.
Do you call it bingo arms?
I don't know. I think it looks good, but it's because the strength is not there anymore. You can't do the same things when you.
Well, it's you cannot hold back the sands of time. As I say, I retired at 37, I think I was, when now I'm 52. So I am in a different phase of my life. But I would rather be a has-been than a wannabe.
Okay.
So what are you, has-been or wannabe?
Wannabe.
You wannabe?
Yeah.
Be a has-been. It's much more fun.
Really?
But then you can look back on what you've achieved, rather than dreaming that one day you might achieve something.
It's not going to happen.
It's not.
It's not going to happen.
I believe in you. Don't give up.
Thank you. But it's actually a very big pleasure for me to meet you because you look like David Hasselhoff. Has anybody
I am his. I'm his. What do you call it?
You're a good-looking man, and if I could look like you when I was just like 39, it would be very good. But thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Big pleasure.
Cheers.
Okay, vi skal lige prøve at være lidt seriøse her, fordi at de tyskere, som jeg tror er tyskere, som kører de her biler lige om lidt, de har faktisk sagt ja til at stille op til et interview og fortælle omkring, hvordan man gør. Så det her program bliver værd at se, fordi jeg ved ikke noget. Eli?
Very nice to meet you.
You too. Joachim here from GranTurismo. I just saw you drifting around in the car out here.
Yes.
I actually have an M3 competition myself. An F80.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice car.
A little bit more loud, this one.
A tiny bit, yeah.
Ambition?
Yeah, ambition.
Actually, very, very loud. So just tell me about what the hell is this? It looks like it's an S58 engine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, from
correct.
the new M4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's start in the front. Like as you already said, it's a new M4. So the current G series, G82, predecessor to the one that you have, basically.
Yeah.
And we were lucky enough to get a cooperation with BMW M going.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I think it's like the perfect match because driving pleasure is basically, in my eyes, drifting.
Yeah, you do a good job actually. Yeah.
Thank you. As you can see from the outside, I'm smiling inside as well.
Jeg tror ikke, det er standard motor det der, eller standard udstødningssystem. Kan det ikke være? Fuck, man har samme traction som en Land Cruiser. Are these for like safety issues, so it doesn't fly up? These?
We basically we did get out the mechanism that you normally have.
Yeah.
Because in case in competition we have an accident or something and stuff bends in the front, you can't open the hood, and those are just way easier to open up.
Makes sense.
So this is, as you already said, the S58 engine, 3-liter inline 6.
So this is just like stock pull from the regular M4.
Yeah.
And then you do a lot of stuff here.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like starting on the exhaust side, we obviously put a bigger turbo on it.
Yeah.
We removed quite a bit out of the exhaust system.
Yeah, that's right.
To put it in other words, we built our own.
Yeah.
And we used the stock charge cooler.
Yeah, that's crazy actually.
Yeah, really crazy, and it is so efficient. It is amazing. We added more fuel, so we used it. We used the direct injection.
Yeah,
it is very precise, very nice.
Yeah,
but it runs out of puff around 700 horses, and we put the port injection inside.
Okay.
So we have the benefits of both systems, and we can add more than 400 horses over port. So in total, we talk more than 1,000 horsepower.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so the reason why you have wrapped this in gold is that just like to kick off the heat or something?
Exactly.
Okay.
Like the turbo is sitting really low, you almost can't see it. Like you just barely see the front down there.
I think I heard on the track that this was a manual. Is that true?
Yeah.
I could hear it.
It's a sequential. Do you want to jump in?
I'm maybe too fat.
No, you're really slim.
Oh, that's nice. Wow, it smells like petrol in here.
And you can actually...
Fuck, it's hot.
Probably still feel the heat.
Oh shit, how hot does it get in this cabin?
Really hot. Fuck. Like, we had a show run in Portugal where the outside temperature was 40 degrees and inside I think we measured over 60 degrees, so it was really hot.
And you have like the fireproof
as you
harness,
can see,
and the helmet, and no coolant. No air condition, nothing.
No, the only thing we have, like if you press the red button underneath this aluminum thing, like on the full top, like further up, or I just press it down.
That's better, sorry.
And now the ignition is on. We have this nice display.
That is so cool.
Also with a rear view camera.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to film this. This is the most crazy setup I've ever seen. It looks like a Back to the Future DeLorean, whatever. Wow.
Yeah.
Is this for show off?
It is for show off.
Yeah.
Like there's no technical reason to put the exhaust where the rear window was.
But it's cool.
Exactly. So you can love it or you can hate it. I always say that. It was a nightmare to build.
I could imagine that. It looks kind of hard.
Nightmare.
But it looks so cool, and it's with the sound and the flames, it's perfect. So everything is actually, there's nothing in here that's from the original BMW. Nothing.
No,
everything is modified.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's
like
crazy.
all the luxurious stuff is gone.
There's nothing.
No, there's nothing.
Like the doors and the nothing. Wow.
The roof is actually stock. It's
so
the carbon.
Is the competition roof. Yeah.
The competition roof.
But without the safety things like on the normal car,
yeah, like you
detonation,
have detonation and stuff like insulation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the steering wheel, I can see that.
Yeah.
I guess this is your gear shifter?
Yeah.
Handbrake?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, that's it.
And this is a sequential gearbox.
Yeah, sure.
So pull once, gear up, push once, gear down.
Okay.
And it makes a lot of noise because you have like straight cut gears.
Yeah.
And you really hear them.
Yeah.
I mean, once you go in throttle, you don't hear it anymore. But
sure. But then you don't have to use your clutch when you get up to third, second, fourth, and fifth. Is it the first one?
No, actually, in drifting, you always use the clutch because once the tires are spinning,
you like kick it or something.
You can't use the flat shift because the inertia of the tire is too much. So normally, like for flat shifting or like automatic shifting, we can put it in, but we can only use it off the line. Like once, as long as the tires are not spinning, but once the tires are spinning, we always have to use the clutch.
Okay.
That's why at the moment we just switch it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fire extinguisher?
Yes, fire extinguisher here. Then brake balance in the front.
Oh man, you can do that as well. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and if you press the plus button on top.
I can find that.
Top left.
This one. This one.
This one. Yeah. So now we are in the setup mode.
Oh shit! You can do a lot of things.
You can see on the right like boost, throttle, anti-lag, diff count. If you turn the knob like the rotary controller.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're in the right menu.
Yeah, I'm in the right menu.
Put it further up. Yeah.
Oh shit! You can choose the boost here. Wow.
Yes.
So what's your normal setting? That was like 3, 4.
Yeah. So for practice, I went out with 3 now.
So this is 1,000 horsepower, 1,040 or something.
Exactly. If you pull it to the full right, then we talk about the 1,000 horsepower.
And you get more flames.
You also get a little bit more flames, but you also get the flames when we're lower.
Oh, that is
the flames are also dependent on the anti-lag. Okay. If you press the plus button twice, so 1, 2, and now turn the rotary.
I can see that.
Yep. So this is making a lot of flames and a lot of noise.
I want this in my car. Wow. Det fandme vildt, mand.
Så bliver det bare sådan en flare. Det er så vildt.
So I know this is meant for drifting, so a lot of sideways driving. So if you just maybe should do a 0 to 100 kilometers now with full boost, how fast would it be off the line?
I think slower than the stock car.
Really? Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because actually our geometry in the back, it is made for traction, but we want to have the traction while being sideways. That's why we look in different areas to find the traction.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why I think, we never tested it, to be honest.
No.
We should do it.
Yeah.
But I think a stock car would probably smoke us off the line.
Yeah.
Like at least until 100 kilometers per hour.
Okay. Sure.
If we talk 100 to 200, then it's probably a different game.
Top speed?
Top speed at the moment. In drifting, we don't go super fast. Like the fastest initiation is 200, 210.
That's a lot.
That's also being sideways with another car close to you. It's enough.
Yeah.
And that's why the gearing at the moment is 260.
So, but this is what you do. This is your job, right?
Yeah, this is my job actually.
Amazing.
The unfortunate thing is that the driving part is maybe 0.5% of all the time that I'm putting in.
Yes,
but it is so rewarding, and it's I'm blessed. Like, I mean, being able to drive a 1,000 horsepower car on venues like this in Copenhagen, it's amazing.
Yeah,
like,
it's so cool. It's very hot in here.
Yeah, you want to come out? Yeah.
Wow, man. So I think there's a lot of people that are maybe, I don't know if you know this, but how much is these cars worth, like with the engineering and the parts, and what's like the price?
Oh, this makes me sad.
Is it expensive?
Yes. Like the thing is, those are 2 prototypes. Like to start at the beginning, we did a full engine development. Like we upped the power from 500 to 1,000. We didn't use any BMW ECU or anything. We took the Motec ECU, like we partnered up with them. They have an M142. So we had to develop the entire software to run the engine. And until this day, I think we are the only one that can run this engine standalone. So that means out of the original electronics from BMW. So this was one part. Then we designed the entire suspension ourselves, wishbones, uprights, everything. The safety cage, whole electronics, wiring, everything. And as I said, like the core team is like 4 guys. I mean, we had to use our network because we only had 6 months, and we had
6 months?
A very tiny budget. But if you count every hour, put a price on it, and see how much those prototypes were, I get a little bit dizzy, because
I can imagine that.
This is more than 500k per car. Enthusiasm and help, a lot of help. Like for example, this piece here, like the golden, it's carbon fiber from the other side. A guy that I didn't know just jumped in, said, hey, I can help you guys. He was in Switzerland, and I said, hey, Mega, we need a firewall because we have an exhaust sticking out there. I sent him the CAD data. He designed it himself. He built it himself. He brought it to us, and he installed it in the car. So these are stories, and there are many of them. Other than that, no chance to do it, because our budget that we had for the build was a fraction of what I just told you.
But it puts on an amazing show.
Thank you.
You're an amazing driver. It looks looks absolutely cool. Sounds crazy. Yeah, it was a privilege, and I hope to see you soon again, and don't crash it.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.